Good afternoon. We're on a video now of the Marlin 795 Merry Fisher. This one arrived last week. It's brand new 2021 hull. Just a quick tour of the boat, mainly because we're in lockdown and you can't view boats at the moment, and this seems to be the best way of selling boats, is doing a walkthrough of the actual boat. Hopefully that will change soon, but I guess it's up to Boris. Anyway, so here we are. This one's not rigged, but you can have a 200 horsepower on this one. This is pre-rigged for Yamaha, and we'll probably put a 200 on it, but you could go with 175 if you wanted. This hull's actually the same 79 Marlin hull. It's not the new Series 2 Merry Fisher hull. It still uses the standard hull at the moment. The teak's inset into the platform itself. Telescopic ladder here that folds away up there. And again, this side, so the really big bathing platforms. Right, spin the camera around and we'll go and have a look on board. So access from a pontoon is pretty easy. Obviously we're using the bathing ladder here because we're ashore, but it's all one level until you get to here, and then it's step down into the cockpit, which is large and spacious. This one's got fold away seating all the way around it, so we've done this more cruising version than a fishing version. We've got a cockpit table here in the middle, and then these seats just fold down to create your seating around the cockpit area. There's cushions for all these, which you'll see in the photos later. When with a table in the middle, you've got a nice outdoor dining area. This section here flips up the back to allow the engine to trim up out the water, and there's a cutting board there for cutting fish and bait, should you wish to do so. In the corner here we've got a bait well. This one obviously is not rigged up with a pump because it's a cruising version, so you can store fenders and things like that in there. We've got a shore power socket here, a nice wide walk around on both sides on this boat, midship cleats. The doors on this are much wider than on Barracudas and the Beneteau range. Up here we've got little cushions that go in here, here and here to create a sort of front cockpit seating area. This one's got electric anchor windlass, which works on a remote from up here. We've got washers here for the windscreen, and you've got your drinks holders either side. And up on the roof here, you can see we've got paddleboard rack, which is another new option for this year, and the sunroof. And then coming down this side, it's slightly wider on the starboard side. You've got access to the helmsman door. There's storage under here, and under here. It's all self-draining decks, and back here we've got a triple sliding door to get inside. There's lots of room here to put chart plotters, secondary units. There's a little light there as well. And coming in here is a nice wide opening to come inside. This one's got the triple seat option. So you've got your co-pilot and your helm seat, and then there's a third seat at the back here, just above a 12-volt fridge. And then behind here, you've got a little sink, and you can put a little cooker on top of that, a little gas cooker. Close that door. You can also sit so on here, so you could sit 4 people inside the boat. Coming forward, we've got a nice big area for a big chart plotter. You've got charging points here. This one's got the new Yamaha fly-by-wire controls. This is the CL5 screen, which is a touch screen now. And here's the control unit. Hydraulic steering. This is the helm seat with the bolster, and in this position it's nice and easy to walk through this door. As you can see, that is a very, very wide door, and if you're helming on your own, it's nice and easy to get your midship cleat and get your fenders out without having to go through the middle of the boat here where people tend to congregate. There's a drop down saloon table here, and all these seats swivel into the middle so you can sit inside around the table. I've got a sunroof here, and then down below there's a double berth in here. Obviously these are cushions are outside. A double berth, it's not massive, it's probably fine for 2 sort of average side adults. And then in here you've got a marine toilet, and you've got an opening porthole. That marine toilet is into a holding tank, and then there's a possibility to empty the holding tank out from either on the deck or from a pump out using this button here, and there's a gauge to tell you how much is in the tank. There's storage units under here, here, and then obviously the fridge there. So the 795 Marlin is a great all-round boat. We're generally selling it to people who want to go day trips fishing or take the family out. And one of the main reasons why we've invested heavily on the 795 Marlin is that Beneteau have stopped producing the Barracuda range as of the beginning of this year. So there's nothing in competition with this boat. It only comes in a single engine option. But you know, if you're looking for something that's easy to use, comfortable, with great safe access around the boat, you know, deep side decks, ideal for keeping the grandchildren inboard, then this is a good option. So from the outside you can see this one's got trim tabs at the back, which is quite handy with a single engine option. It's got the new stickers down the side here. It's got a nice tall bow which creates for a dry boat, bow thruster tunnel there, which will be fitted by us. It's included in the price. You can trailer this boat as well, so it will sit on a roller trailer like this one. This one, the price includes anti-foul as well. We have to etch prime the hull and put anti-foul on. It takes about a week to do it. It'll have a bow roller extension there to allow the anchor to clear the front of the boat when it's dropped. So one of the reasons why we've gone for Marlin 795s this season in a big way is that our friends at Beneteau used to have the Barracuda 8, which was a great boat, but unfortunately they've stopped making the Barracuda range altogether. So the 795 offers a boat that does exactly the same as the Barracuda 8, although only in a single engine option, but it's the same layout, space, it has got wider doors, it is a slightly higher finish inside, and the price point on it is very good as well. But if you're looking for a Barracuda, then secondhand's probably the only way you're going to find one, and there aren't any of those in the current environment, because secondhand boats are just very, very scarce. So this boat is a good option, and it comes in around about 75 to 82,000 pounds, depending on the options you go for. That's a fairly decent spec on the water. We've got 3 of them available this year, and this is the first one that's in stock. So if you want to give us a call about it, then look us up on the internet. Thanks for watching.